What's up, guys? Welcome back to Gotians Games, and welcome back to another video game discussion. And I was going to, just play some video games on my computer when I got this notice, and it was really interesting because apparently Capcom is doing something that may affect games in the future. And I wanted to just talk about this and give my thoughts on this and how this is really a bad thing for the industry moving forward if this works out. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button, subscribing if you're new, and let's get into basically what Capcom is doing with Street Fighter V. Alright, so as I stated, I got this notice right here. Well, not from here. I got a notice from something else, but I decided to look into it a little bit to see what's going on, and I saw this all over the place. Now, this is an article that's posted on Digital Trends. I'll go ahead and I'll put a link to this article down in the description so you can read it for yourself. But quick Google, all you got to do is just type in Capcom ads, and boom, this comes up. It's all over the place. Well, apparently Capcom is adding in-game ads for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. That's right, not a free-to-play game, not a game that's on mobile, but it's a game that you potentially paid full price for. And this is something that's huge. It's huge because you think about the whole issues that we've been having lately with loot boxes and the government stepping in to potentially regulate the way that loot boxes work, and just straight up countries pulling the games out of their stores so that way consumers can't play those games. It looks as though Capcom is trying to find another way to make revenue. Now, while I'm not opposed to companies making revenue, especially companies that I support and I love and enjoy their games, this is kind of a disgrace, to be honest. It's kind of a slap in the face because those of you who purchased Street Fighter V Arcade Edition already, now you're gonna have an update, and in the update, as of today, as of me recording this video, there's gonna be an update where you will have in-game sponsored content or sponsored ads, which is it's bad. This is not a good thing for the industry. And I'm going to go into it. We're going to read the article, and I'm going to say why it's not a good thing, okay? So, Street Fighter V players will get bonuses if they allow in-game ads. Right there, the title of this article should tell you why this is a bad thing, okay? You want to talk about, like, free, pay-to-win situations? This is kind of a pay-to-win situation. Capcom is set to launch in-game advertisements in Street Fighter V Arcade Editions on December 11th, and players who choose to keep them activated will get to enjoy some bonuses and content. Capcom called the in-game ads sponsored content, and they will show costumes and bundles that players may purchase for Street Fighter V, as well as the Capcom Pro Tour. The feature was revealed alongside the announcement that there will be a free trial of Street Fighter V Arcade Edition on the PlayStation 4 and PC from December 11th to December 19th. The ads will be seen on Street Fighter V characters through ad-style costumes on loading screens before a match. On certain elements of some tournament stages. Now, okay, let's take a look at this really quick. You have Ryu and Balrog here, and on them you see Capcom Pro Tour. Now, while that's not necessarily a bad thing, because there's other games like League of Legends, for example. You have the World, the World Tournament or whatever it's called. I forgot. I haven't watched a League of Legends tournament in forever. But you have the World Tournament happen, and after the World Tournament, for the winner, they will then release skins for those that winner of the tournament, for you to either purchase or get from loot boxes or whatever. Now, I don't mind cosmetic things. This is whatever. It's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. But what comes to mind is that if you're rewarded for keeping the ads on, that could then lead to other things now where they're looking at analytics and things of that nature to then say that, oh, okay, so we're making money, we're making revenue, we're getting people to click on these ads to take them elsewhere, to buy the DLC, to buy, you know, extra content to help them along or whatever, you know, that's not a good thing, because it's already playing into the fact that, you know, a mobile game has in-game ads or whatever, sponsored content. You know, you're just adding more to the whole microtransaction situation that I don't approve of at all. I hate microtransactions. Yes, I play mobile games. Yes, mobile games are featured on my channel, but I make it a point to constantly say I hate microtransactions. I hate them, and the more free-to-play friendly a game is, the better it is, in my opinion. But anyways, this is not a free-to-play situation. For players who would rather not see the ads, there will be an option to turn them off through the battle settings. Unfortunately, there is a catch when deactivating Street Fighter V in-game ads. Street Fighter V players who keep sponsored content turned on will be able to receive bonus fight money in ranked and casual matches. The sponsored display option is also the only way to access ad-style costumes. The addition of in-game ads is not really a novel one, as real-world sports matches are usually filled with ads. Again, that's fine. That is perfectly acceptable. I get it. You know, you have a boxing match. They're wearing, you know, they're sponsored by whoever, like say Coca-Cola. They're going to have like Coca-Cola on their gloves or on their belt or whatever, or on their, you know, whatever they're sponsored by, that's what they're going to showcase. You know, racing events. It's all filled with, you know, different sponsored advertisements, and that is perfectly acceptable. I get it. You know, people got to make their money somewhere. I get it. I get it. But in a video game, it's weird. I don't see the place for it, to be honest with you. Let's see. Where was it? Okay. However, some players have fired criticism against the feature, particularly because they have paid full price for Street Fighter V in addition to paid DLCs. The opening post of a Reddit thread on the matter called the in-game ads absurd and finds it wrong for Capcom to insensitize the activation of the feature. While the ads will initially only display Street Fighter V costumes, bundles, and the Capcom Pro Tour, there are concerns that character costumes, loading screens, and stages will soon show third-party ads that will ruin the experience for players. Capcom has made some good moves with Street Fighter V and its follow-up Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, including the severe punishments against rage quitters and brand expansions such as tie-up with Monster Hunter World. However, players believe that Capcom is going to be in the wrong direction with in-game ads and are only hoping that they will not see ads for cup noodles while they play Street Fighter V. Now, there's other things to this. You know, there were some concerns as far as, because they mentioned that you're going to see this during loading screens. Now, is it going to affect loading screen times? Capcom has stated no, it will not affect loading screen times. However, that is a right now situation. And I say right now situation because if this works out in Capcom's favor, who's to say that other companies such as EA, you know, just using them as an example, won't do stuff like this because they can't do loot boxes anymore. You know, at that point then, you might be in a loading screen to go into a match, and then boom, you have a 30-second advertisement for, I don't know, Viagra. Okay? It just doesn't, it's not a good thing for the video game industry moving down the line. Now, again, I've said it before, I'm all for video game companies wanting to make their money. I get it. You're a business. You're in the market to make a profit. I get it. I understand. But first of all, I'm not a fan of DLCs. That's number one. If I buy a game, I want 100% of that game. Okay? If I buy a game and then I get to the end and it's like, well, where's the ending? This doesn't feel right. Something feels off, and then you say, oh, the ending will be explored in the further DLC. Then I'm like, oh, well, damn, I don't want to pay another $10 to finish the story of this game, or pay $25 to continue with the story or whatever, you know, for season passes. I think that's the most BS thing in the world, especially considering that PS2 and earlier games, you paid full price for a game, you got the entirety of the game. And if you wanted to unlock things in the game, such as extra content or to further expand the story, you have New Game Plus in order to do that. And then you don't have to worry about DLCs and stuff like that. You know, the whole internet age in video games has really, like, brought down the video gaming experience, in my opinion. You know, you guys are intended to your own opinion, and that is perfectly acceptable. If you don't mind in-game ads, whatever, that's your prerogative. Personally, I don't approve of something like this because it really just, it hurts. It hurts because I don't want to be playing like Star Wars Battlefront 2 and load it up and boom, I gotta wait 30 seconds because I got an in-game ad. Or if I die while my respawn timer is going, there's an ad playing in front of my face. I don't want that. That just draws me away. It turns me off from the games, and it turns me off from playing online games in general. So what I would say is, those of you guys who have Street Fighter 5, those of you guys who play Street Fighter 5 or were thinking about playing Street Fighter 5, turn it off. Turn the ads off. Make a stand as a consumer and turn it off, because turning it off takes the power away from Capcom to be able to do something like this. If they are showing on their reports that this is not working out for them, they won't do this moving forward into future games, and they'll take it away from Street Fighter 5. If you leave it on and you click on it and you like do anything that shows support for this type of situation, then that will lead into further games having stuff like this, and people or other gaming companies taking full advantage of that, like Bandai putting ads into things instead of having the loot boxes and microtransactions that they normally have in other games. You know, for me, microtransactions for cosmetic stuff, I don't care. If you want to pay for a new skin for a character that doesn't affect gameplay, fine. You know, that's whatever. That's your money. You do what you want with it. But when it comes to things that would affect how I experience the game, no, man, I'm not for that at all. Not for it at all. If I bought a Capcom Pro Tour skin for the character and then they show up because I bought the skin, that's completely different. But if you're just gonna throw it on there like a freaking Photoshop, that doesn't work for me. It doesn't fly for me. And this is how I feel about it. This is my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching the video. I do appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, hit that bell notification, and everything else. This will also be posted on Rumble Pack Media Facebook group page. You can go ahead and find the description for that down below, and I will catch you all there. You guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out, guys.